Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, epidemiologist, biostatistician, faculty member, and in this segment, I'm going to be going over um, one of the important data sets, and for some reason, there's a lot of confusion about what is going on. Some people will see this warning sign and then just look no further and or contact people at the CDC that might not know some of the information that is going on. So don't worry about this. I want you to actually go in and explore what is available so that you can make a determination as to what is has changed. Some of these data sets, some of the questions have changed. Some of and this is not the whole questionnaire. There are some questions that have been removed, important questions, but the vast majority, almost 99%, is available for looking at. Um, so most of this actually is very important because you can conduct a lot of different analyses. And remember, when you're doing BRFSS, you want to apply sample weights. Without that, your analysis is inaccurate. So let's go in here. You might be tempted to go into the ASCII format. That is actually more difficult to use. So I recommend using this SAS transport format. So what is going on in here? So what I'm going to do as I click here, there's a zip file that opens up. This is a very large file, so you want to make sure that you're not trying to do something that is difficult. So when we're looking at this, here's the file. Now most people will try to double click on this and say that this file is not available. And so let's take a look here. Usually what I like to do is drag this and then have this open. So here we go. What this will do is open up this file in SPSS. So since we're so used to dragging, let's go ahead and do that. And let's move this here. And let's take a look at what appears here. So you have BRFSS 2023 here and BRFSS 2019. So if you something else that you can do instead is go into File and then Import. So there's multiple ways that you can open this, even if you have SPSS. This is a SAS transport file, as we indicated, and then what you want to do perhaps is copy the actual file, and then that can allow for an actual conversion. So let's take a look here what appears. And remember, I put this in the downloads program. So here's, of course, you can double click, like I said previously, but sometimes this is more complicated and takes some more time. So this is already IBM SPSS, so you might not need to drag this, but sometimes you do have to drag this. So you can just go in there, double click, select SPSS, and you should be able to open this in SPSS. So let's give this a minute and then see if this is what is popping up. So wait for this to populate. Sometimes this might be more challenging. I think the reason this happened is because I was trying to open this from the zip file, and so that's a good example of what is inaccurate here. So let's go back, and then what we can do is, since this is already available, I was trying to click on this and double click, but since that is available as a file, what you might want to do is double click. Once you drag this into a file independently, then you can double click and figure out what the data set is. So let's give this a minute. Okay, so this is taking a while. I'm not sure why, but let's try the other route that I showed you. You can move this, drag this onto any SPSS window, and you should be able to retrieve the file in that way. All right, so seems like the double click. I'm sorry. Seems like the dragging actually worked. So I would do that route. I urge you to go through this video because I've shown you some instances of where this might work, but then different scenarios that might not. So what are the things that you want to do? Number one, you want to be able to download that data set. Make sure that you go to that area of the website to be able to download. What you download is a zip file. So when you download that zip file, what you want to do is transfer that to your hard drive, and then take that file and drag that onto an open window in SPSS, and that's the most effective technique. Alternatively, you can try to double click on a file that has been transferred to the hard drive and then tell the machine to open using SPSS. A third way that might be conducive is to be able to import the file. You have multiple menus and then import the file through SAS. So that's kind of the crux of the demonstration. I hope this has made some sense. Thank you for listening.